I love myself some Martin Scorsese, and I know that he compared comic book films to theme park rides, which I kind of disagree. I get where he's coming from, but come on, Marty. There's some pretty good cinematic treasures out there. But if we're really going to compare any sort of film to a theme park ride, why aren't we comparing the Disney live-action remakes to them? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, or might I say, Maleficent 2. Now, when the first one came out, I was kind of excited for it because when you look at Angelina Jolie in this title role, one of the best animated villains of all time, you gotta give her credit. You walk out of that film, you say, she's the best part. Rest of the film, pretty boring, lackluster, in a sense, not the best. Then I can even say when I heard there was a sequel announced, I actually never thought it was going to happen. It's here now. I kind of rolled my eyes at even the thought of it. First trailer kind of won me over. I like that they're kind of diving more into the fantasy elements, and of course, Angelina Jolie is back as Maleficent, which got me excited. Before I get any further into this review, guys, make sure again to comment down below and let me know, are you guys excited for this? Are you not? Let's talk about it down below. And of course, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for all sorts of early movie reviews on this channel on a daily basis, and plus tons of other geeky content. Picks up just right after the first Maleficent, after her and her granddaughter Aurora, played by Elle Fanning, begin to question the complex family ties that bind them as they're pulled in different directions by impending nuptialities, unexpected allies, and dark new forces at play. Interesting thing about this one is that they actually kind of dived more into these fantasy elements that the first one kind of touched on. There's a lot more mythology building within inside this film, especially into the background history of Maleficent. And this is kind of where I get to say this movie is, as excited as I kind of was about this one, I was still skeptical because of how much I kind of thought the first one was just okay. And that's kind of how I walked out of this one, was I liked aspects of it. And I think I loved the mythology building in here, and I loved the world building, and I loved everything that they were trying to do aesthetically and even with the story. But if I'm going to be honest, I kind of found it all boring. I kind of compared this film back to Mortal Engines last year, how Mortal Engines had a great concept, but it just felt boring when it came down to the characters. Talking about the good, we gotta praise Angelina Jolie in the role as Maleficent. She is incredible. She plays this character to a tier. I just wish she was in a better movie by the end. Elle Fanning is great as Aurora, and Michelle Pfeiffer coming around this time is now to play one of the queens is fantastic as well. Like I even mentioned already, that world building, the aesthetic that they have in this film is jaw-dropping. Like, a lot of the visual effects in here really took me by storm, and I was really into them every single minute that they were on the screen. And in fact, I was quite surprised by how beautiful this film looked, and with the creatures all involved in here. And really, as we're talking about those new dark allies inside here, they are unique, and I love the world that they kind of dived into within that. It all goes around to talk about the direction and the style of this movie. Now, the last things that these directors directed was Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tale, which I was a fan of, and I liked how much of the fantasy element they dove into that. And you definitely felt that within Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Honestly, the reason that this film did not crack for me and did not work is every single scene, as beautiful as it was, as great as the performances were, it is the lackluster story being told here. It actually feels like two completely different stories inside this film. One that's a Disney live action film, and one that's a completely new original idea that they should have gone more into. Felt like they had this original script right over here, but they said, you know what, it's not going to make the money, but if we tie in Maleficent into here and bring her into this role, maybe more people will want to check the film out, which I'm honestly sure this will make money. Why this got a sequel is because the first one was successful, and Angelina Jolie is a big powerhouse name. As I was watching this movie, I felt like it was two different scripts having to be meshed into one to tie into the first Maleficent film while also trying to be its own thing. And I just feel like it should have been its own thing, and honestly should have just been an original concept from that other idea. Which is what made the whole story lackluster. It wasn't like the script was too cheesy or too dumbed down. It just had no emotion to it. I didn't feel anything for any of these characters. I didn't feel any emotions towards them that gravitated me to cheer for them on inside the story. It's predictable, lackluster, and kind of boring. I don't like to say that about a film, but I just could not find myself getting into it. Before I give you guys my final thoughts on this movie, make sure again to comment down below. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this film. Make sure also again hit that like and subscribe button. Head over to Sam Sean Films on how to see films early. And again, a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and a big thank you to you for watching this video. Maleficent 2, or Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, has wonderful performances. Angelina Jolie knows how to play this role. I only see her as Maleficent. She is gorgeous, she is jaw-dropping evil, and she is fantastic in the role. I just wish they gave her a better film to be in. The direction, the vision, the score, and everything within inside the visual effects and the aesthetic of the movie is great. And the fantasy elements that they kind of went into there were unique, and I liked them. It's just this unemotional, lackluster, boring story that they decided to tell that just really dragged the film down for me and made the pacing of the movie drag. I could not wait for this film to end. Again, I'm probably going to be in the minority on this. This is not a horrible film, just an okay movie. That while I see the greatness within inside of it, it really came down to that script. So with all that said, I'm going to give Maleficent Mistress of Evil a C-. Let me know again what you guys' thoughts are on this film. Did you guys like the first one? Are you guys excited for the second one? Are you just excited for the second one? Let's discuss it down below in the comments, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching this, and of course, until next time, stay classy.